Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the Ferrari HP Esports series. We are now taking a turn into the final stages of our calendar before we build up to Ferrari World Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, with us once again looking to crown 2 additional drivers with, well, supply them with their tickets to head to that said location for our grand final. We are in the regional final stage. We are in the second half of the season stage, and I must say I'm looking forward to it. Today brings us to Silverstone, the Earl Grey of World Motorsport. No better place to decide where our next 2 competitors, or who those next 2 competitors are going to be. George Morgan here, back again here in the Ferrari HP Esports series commentary box, alongside the wonderful Nina Jade Paul. Nina, welcome back. Oh, I say you've been here the whole time. I haven't, so I'm going to say welcome back, me, to be once again alongside you.
Welcome back, George. Did you miss us?
I did. I have to say I did. It's been an incredible season so far, and we've witnessed so much drama already through the course of this campaign. And I have to say I'm looking forward to us. I think finding out whether we're going to see a little more, and I think based on the results that we have seen from some of the other regions that we have witnessed so far in this championship, there have been a few twists in the tail, Nina.
Absolutely. People have put on really strong showings. People have bottled it at the last minute. There's been drama, there's been chaos. I'm very much looking forward to today for what's set to be a thrilling round. If you remember last time around, George, Russell Reyes went 3 for 3 wins with an amazing performance. So I'm intrigued to see if he's going to do it all over again or if someone's going to come and spoil his day. But he's sitting at the top of the standings currently with 75 points. So he's got a lovely cushion.
He definitely does. And I must say he's in good shape to go ahead and perhaps do the same thing again. We did see Will Chadwick do it not too long ago, so can he be the second driver to usher in 150 throughout the course of the regional finals phase? We'll have to wait and see. There's plenty of other drivers though that are looking to make their name. One interesting fact about this region that we're going to be heading to, Nina, obviously this being Asian Pacific, we in our last event, the top 4 all finished in the same positions in all 3 races. It was 1, 2, 3, and 4 right through for the likes of Russell Reyes, Davlish Singh, as well as Fadili Rashmat, who took pole in the opening race, obviously. And then, of course, we had Moreno Pratamo, who finished 4th right through. I mean, that is incredible. We haven't seen a lot of that this championship so far.
No, it's been really varied, and this round it was very pragmatic. So I think it's very much all to play for. Like I say, Russell Reyes put on a masterclass performance, but he was challenged, George. It wasn't made easy for him. And then you had Davlish Singh, and like you say, he got 2nd place with each and every race. Great statement of intent that he put out to the rest of the grid. And I think Davlish Singh actually is going to have a big target on his back, because Russell Reyes has a nice cushion with 75 points, and everyone's going to kind of want Davlish Singh's spot.
Absolutely, and Davlish Singh is also a proven entity in light land rounds as well, which of course we will be taking a look at. But first and foremost, let's take a look at the format structure. 30 participants from hot laps and regional qualifiers made their way into rounds 1 and rounds 2. 3 races for all participants to qualify from, and then the top 5 from each region progress into the Ferrari HP Esports Series 2024 Grand Finals on the 5th of December at Ferrari World Yas Island, Abu Dhabi. Top 1 from AC, top 2 from iRacing and Assetto Corsa Competizione. So very exciting, quite the long stretch through to December, but nonetheless it's going to be a thrilling encounter to say the least. And we've been through quite a series of rounds, quite a vast collective of different tracks. Of course, this very series that we're going to today all kicked off back at Watkins Glen at a very iconic track that we witnessed in the first half of the championship phase, and now we're coming to the British Islands, and this time at Silverstone, which is going to be fascinating. But yes, quite a long procedure it has been to obviously try and find those top 2 performers. Let's take you through the race structure. Race 1, grid decided by qualifying result. Race 2 is then set by race 1's result, with then race 2's result being the premise for race 3. Obviously the grid will be set up by the results of that one, and once more, of course, the results leading through to discovering who will be heading on that trip to the Grand Finals on the 5th of December at Ferrari World Yas Island, Abu Dhabi. Of course, this bunch are going to be racing on ACC, which is going to be a thrill ride, that's for sure. Obviously a game notorious for its GT3 platform, and I'm sure many of these drivers who are very used to it have competed across various different championships. Speaking of Davlish Singh, who has been hailed as a national champion back in India, and hoping to try and translate that as well into fully worldwide success, and you never know, could yet be stamping his ticket heading through to Ferrari World Yas Island Abu Dhabi on the 5th of December. But Russell Reyes also will be looking to join him, also looking to today to top out the group. Here is our regional map. Of course, this championship expands across the globe. We are heading to the Asian Pacific region, of course, this time around. Of course, we've been at Europe as well, the EMEAs, and then, of course, stateside, America regions as well. A fully global championship, which is thrilling to watch. Drivers coming from far and wide and all coming in to compete against one another to decide who truly is the best in the Ferrari HP Esports series. And I know that many fans alike, and those of you who are tuning in, have your own drivers that you are supporting. Obviously, don't hesitate to let us know who those drivers are. But yes, it's going to be a thrill ride. Still a long, a fair ways to go. Obviously, we're coming into the closing stages. We're in the second half of the calendar phase. So very soon, I'm sure we will find out as to who those drivers are that are going to be heading to Ferrari World Yas Island Abu Dhabi. We've already crowned a couple already with their spots heading to Ferrari World Yas Island Abu Dhabi, but this time around we'll be looking to take another 2 from this. So yeah, very exciting. Silverstone the destination, Northamptonshire of course the county, capacity of 164,000. That'll take us through the course of the procedure today. So yeah, it's going to be a fantastic thrill ride. Here is the calendar. Of course, we've sealed the deal on Imola, Watkins Glen, Laguna Seca. That was of course the first half of the championship phase. We've just ventured to Summit Point as well on iRacing. We've still got more coming up from there, from the Americas region for round 12 on the 5th of October. Today though, we're going to be bringing you some Asia Pacific and European action from Silverstone on Assetto Corsa Competizione, with then the Americas region coming up later on this month on October 12th. And of course, then after that, we have the Nürburgring getting set on round 16 and round 17. That'll be in 2 days' time on Assetto Corsa itself. Of course, some major news announced around Assetto Corsa recently, with Nürburgring round 18 to sign us off on the 19th of October. And we will then know who will be heading to Ferrari World Yas Island Abu Dhabi in December on the 5th. Which is going to be tremendous to watch. But yes, a vast calendar. We're coming in to the home stretch. Very exciting. The big question is, Nina, I suppose, who's next?
Who is next? We had a fascinating round at iRacing on Monday. Really, really good stuff. And it was interesting because the APAC region actually started off a bit more conservatively. And then when we went to Europe that evening, it was very, very aggressive from the get-go. So I'm intrigued to see today, really, what everyone's vibe is going to be. Are they going to come out all guns blazing? Are they going to be a little bit more conservative? It's going to be really exciting to watch, George, because it very much is all to play for.
It definitely is that. It's going to be a thrill. Let's take you through the track map here at Silverstone. We are going to be on the arena circuit, but this time the original pit. So it all starts coming out of Woodcote down towards Copse, and then run up through Maggots and Beckett's to take us out of Chapel Curve, Hanger Straight into Stowe Vale, and then after that a trip down towards the Club Corner, where we then head down the Lewis Hamilton Straight. But the Silverstone circuit, based in Northamptonshire, 164,000 capacity, opened up in 1948, 3.660 miles in length. Its history very much reciprocated with that of the Formula One World Championship. But of course, we are here as well with the Ferrari HP Esports series. And of course, Ferrari running its own Ferrari Challenge UK that has been racing here as well recently, and always fantastic to watch. So be sure to check that out too, where you see the very best of the Ferrari 488s as well as the brand new Ferrari 296 that has been lighting things up in this very series. But we're going to take a look at pan pictures across this circuit. Silverstone, Nina, packed with huge amounts of heritage.
Absolutely. It's a legendary circuit, George. It's hosted some of the most thrilling races in motorsport history. It's a track that rewards bravery, it rewards skill, it pushes the cars and the drivers to the limits. And I must say, as we know, it's a high downforce track. So with these Ferrari 296 GT3s, they have 20% more downforce than the 488 Evos. So the cars are really well suited for this track. They should go well here.
Yeah, certainly will do. Plenty of width as well around this track, so no doubt we could see some drivers maybe making it too wide in the most frightening areas of places. Of course, Maggots and Beckett's being one of them, where it can get really tight coming out of Copse Corner. So we'll wait and see whether the drivers can manage that. But aside from that, it's got a mixture of technical corners, but also those long straights. As we so rightly mentioned, of course, Hanger Straight, Wellington Straight, all of those opportunities for those drivers to try and utilize their wheel knowledge to make overtakes happen. And no less, the likes of Russell Reyes be hoping to flex that straight line speed again too. Of course, his first race win back at Watkins Glen took a little bit of work, because remember, it was Fadili Rashmat who qualified on pole position for that very first race. Of course, he ended up finishing third on that occasion, was overtaken by Russell Reyes and Davlish Singh. So we could see plenty of action once more around the Earl Grey of world motorsport, as I call it. But yeah, fascinating. I mean, Nina, you know, we look at some of the bends here. Many of them are fast paced. You do have that variance, but you know, it's not like the drivers are without opportunity here.
No, there's so much opportunity. I mean, particularly the braking zones of this track are crucial for setting up overtaking opportunities. I expect the drivers will just spend a lot of time practicing their braking points, their techniques to maximize acceleration without compromising corner entry speed. And like Russell Reyes said, he practiced for a whole week on Watkins Glen last time around. So I can imagine these guys have really put in the hours, put in the work to have a good showing here.
Than the 54 scored by Davlish Singh. But as far as Russell Reyes is concerned, he will be looking to seal the deal on his ticket to Ferrari World Yas Island Abu Dhabi this time. And we'll be hoping that he can turn it, very much like Will Chadwick did, out of 3 race victories into a solid 6, as Davlish Singh registers the fastest time, 1:56.885. And the 2 championship leaders are converging here so far here in the regional finals here, Nina. 42 thousandths between Russell Reyes and Davlish Singh at the top.
It's going to be a really tight affair, George, and that makes for a great showing for us, to be honest with you. I think Davlish Singh has to be careful not to do a Sotomoto and, you know, push too hard. I think it's important not to come out all guns blazing and make a silly mistake, potentially jeopardise your provisional place in the grand final. Because technically, if he just does just what he needs to do, he's through. But at the end of the day, George, these drivers are racers and they are drivers at heart, so they're going to want to go for those wins.
And only a small amount of time left, and Moreno Pratama has actually managed to unseat them both. He's gone over 2 tenths clear of Davlish Singh at the top of the timing sheets. That's a 1:56.672. So well done, Moreno Pratama, who, like we said before, finished 4th, a clean sweep of 4th place finishes back at Watkins Glen. 5th would make life pretty tricky for him. Davlish Singh coming out now of the final couple of corners as he'll now venture out of Luffield and Woodcote. Let's see where Davlish Singh will position himself in this timing screen. Can he unseat Sunjoto? Can he unseat Pratama? Up towards the line he will go. Final last gasp effort for Davlish Singh. Goes fastest with a 1:56.572, precisely a tenth between he and Pratama. Here comes our last pole sitter, Rashmat, to the top now with a 1:56.485. Sensational, and Russell Reyes 3rd fastest at the end of qualifying, but Rashmat back-to-back poles in the Ferrari HP Esports series.
This me, George. I think we're in for a really good next 3 races that we've got coming up. It's going to be so close. I think Russell Reyes will be a little bit disappointed that he didn't manage to get pole, but at least he's sitting in the top 3. Davlish Singh 2nd place. Rashmat, what a stonking lap from him.
At the very last moment of asking, it looked like it went the way of Davlish Singh, who pulled out all the stops to take his first pole position of the regional finals. Of course, remember, only 2 races, or should I say 2 rounds spanning the regional finals for each region across each platform. But I must say, the top 3 are back to party once again. Truly unbelievable scenes. Rashmat, though, can he go on and enhance his score in comparison to Watkins Glen last time around? Here are the standings as we're currently looking at them. Russell Reyes, reminder, 75 points to the good after taking a clean sweep of race wins back at Watkins Glen. Davlish Singh in 2nd place, 54 points. Fadili Rashmat back on pole this time, 45 points. Could this round be considerably better and different in comparison to our Watkins Glen round to open up the Asia Pacific ACC regional finals? Moreno Pratama back in 4th place too, needs to put in a little bit of work, very nearly taking pole. Williamson Joto, also one to potentially watch too, in 5th place. Luis Moreno in 6th, Chris Sang in 7th, Jeremias Marco Hassano down in 8th place as well on 9 points. So with a little bit of work to do on his own account here as well. But further down, we could take a look at Alexis Clapano in 9th, Abel Shia in 10th, James Pierre Reed in 11th place, Zonho in 12th place, and then Quentin Young in 13th, Marco Wong in 14th, King Long Lee in 15th place, Sasha Death in 16th place. Still obviously chasing those first points, but nonetheless still a long way to go. 3 races to bring you between now and the end of play. Obviously, many drivers now going to be looking to grab it by the haunches. And I tell you what, if you're Fadili Rashmat here at this stage, Nina, this is the right time to strike. At the end of the day, managed to achieve 3 podiums, but he knows based on his 1-lap pace, he can climb higher than this. Going green here at Silverstone. There is Davlish Singh on the front row alongside Rashmat. Russell Reyes waiting patiently to strike 2. They'll cross the start-finish line. It's all on Rashmat. Is he going to get the leap of his life? Green flag, and it's pedal to the metal, and it's go, 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 go. And a very good start for Fadili Rashmat, covering off Davlish Singh straight away. There is Singh. He's got Russell Reyes just in behind him now as they head in towards Maggotts and Becketts, and Reyes certainly clocking every move that Davlish makes, just trying to haunt the rear of that blue Ferrari 296. As they now hurtle through the next in-swinger right-hander before then venturing through Chapel Curve and down the hanger straight for the very first time. Pratama still remaining in 4th, still trying to Abu Dhabi. He needs to convert that 1-lap pace into proper race pace. James Pierre Reid also on the attack too, chasing after Abel Shear as they look to scrap over 11th place right now. Come through, better line taken by Reid as well as they run down the current start-finish line in Formula 1 as he dashes up the inside, heading in towards the first corner out of Abbey, and a fantastic move there from Reid to get past Abel Shear, and he's not the only one. Balagulan as well looking to do exactly the same, and Zone Ho coming into this as well as they now head through into the loop once more, wheel to wheel further back. Balagulan just unable to get past Abel Shear, who puts the defensive walls up.
Yeah, brilliant racing, great racing, good defensive racing, good attacking. They need to be careful because tyre deg is quite high here, so you don't really want to be squabbling too much. But with that being said, these Ferrari 296 GT3 cars, oh, the drives to go down inside there, George.
Yeah, very tight up the inside. A very sudden move there from Zone Ho coming into Luffield and Brooklands. He's going to try and just hold the inside line. He's going to have the Tiger line here against Balagulan, who's now under pressure. The yellow Ferrari 296 becoming more of a danger than just look at the exit that Balagulan is getting on the run down the hanger straight. Of course, it's going to be a drag race now leading up through towards Stowe Corner. He's going to try and take the long road around the outside to try and hold on to the position, but no, not quite able to do it, but has the up and under. Fantastic there from Balagulan, and Abel Shear can only stand by and watch. That was masterfully planned by Balagulan, and Abel Shear up the inside, coming in towards Club, but not quite enough.
Seems like Pratana, George, has that raw pace. He's absolutely nailed his setup. He seems really confident in that car.
Definitely does. He's been exceptionally fast so far, and has been dialed in so far as well. Pratama, well, we knew it might have coming together with Russell Reyes, and unfortunately for him now, whilst he looked quick, was chasing a first podium of the regional finals campaign. He's just upset his race altogether and has now dropped down the order to P7. So will, I think, in this case, drop in behind Moreno. He's going to cross the line. Yes, he's just behind Moreno. So Chris Sang moves up to 4th. Let's take a look at the replay. It was a run down through. Oh, that was a very big dive on Russell Reyes going up the inside. I think just mistimed the braking point coming in towards Brooklands. And unfortunately, that's the podium battle over. He's going to have to hold on to yet another second place this campaign so far in the regional finals, because Fadili Rashmat is going to come around the final corners, cross the line here in race 1 and take a first victory here in the regional finals. Congratulations to Rashmat. That is his 4th consecutive podium, first win of the season, and also back-to-back pole positions, which tees him up perfectly for race 2 and race 3, Nina. Are we also going to say that, you know, obviously Russell Reyes, we'll take you through the results first and foremost. We'll diagnose it all afterwards, folks. These are how the standings look. Russell Reyes, for the first time, does not finish in P1 in a race, but he still holds the lead of the championship, 90 points. Davlish Singh, after finishing 2nd for the 4th time running, 72 points, 2 points ahead of Fadili Rashmat. And that's going to be an important battle because, of course, they're going to be fighting over the 2nd place spot and also trying to get into the Ferrari World Yas Island Abu Dhabi for the grand final on the 5th of December. Moreno Pratama, he's going to be kicking himself. 42 points now, a mountain to climb in our remaining races, but do not count him out. Luis Moreno down in 5th, Chris Sang in 6th place, Williamson Giotto 7th place, with Jeremias Marco Harsano in 8th place as well on 19th points. So let's take you further down as well. Alexis Clapano in 9th, Abel Shear in 10th, Quentin Young in 11th, James Pierre Reid in 12th place, Deepak Raj in 13th, Zone Ho in 14th, Marco Wong 15th, Kin Long Lee as well down in 16th place. Russell Reyes, but now as they make their way down the straight once more, race 2 about to get underway here in the Ferrari HP Esports Series Asia Pacific region here at Silverstone. They'll draw up towards the line, await the green flags, and Rashmat sends them on their way. It's pedal to the metal, and it's go, 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 go. Davlish Singh in behind as well. 2nd place, Russell Reyes in 3rd. Chris Sang, just look at Reyes getting a lovely start, and obviously knows that he was slightly compromised in P3. Doesn't want to forfeit any lead in the championship. Backs out of it though, but off the track goes Davlish Singh, immediately cuts away, coming through Maggots and Beckett's and makes contact. Oh, Russell Reyes. Oh, goodness me. He went straight into the back end of Davlish Singh and has spiraled off the track and has left himself in obscurity. Our championship leader has tailed off, Nina. So, at the end of the day, opportunities to the rest of the drivers on this grid, and no less for Didi Rashmat, who, if he finishes strong, and look at this, Chris Sang making a huge error as well, and that's going to open the door for Moreno Pratama, who's going to take that opportunity up the inside. Side by side, the two red Ferrari 296s will go. A little bit of contact on the run in towards the loop as they now make their way down towards the Wellington Straight. Pratama up to 4th place, and just behind Moreno, who sits in 3rd. Raj also chasing after Sanjota. William Sanjota also getting a slightly delayed run on the run down towards Brooklands this time. Raj now favouring that inside line, the Indian driver now looking to try and take the place. Contact between those two, and Sanjota spirals off. Balagulan also goes through. Abel Shear up the inside, coming through out of left field and through towards Woodcote. It looks like Abel Shear is also going to get the jump on Raj. He gambled. Not only did he lose out, but Sanjota lost out. Raj also spiralling down the order into 10th place.
Oh my
Impact, but also his starting grid position in our next races. Horsono and Zone Ho battle once again. On the tail of these two, though, is Russell Reyes. He's going to have a look at the inside. He's going to try and take 2 for the price of 1, is he? Coming through towards Club Corner, not quite. Manages to brush past to Zono. He's got Zone Ho next for 11. On Moreno, there is Russell Reyes, still working hard to quell or at least try and soften his situation. Still outside the points right now, but a tiger line coming out of Stowe Corner as he looks to go side by side with Horsano. Obviously not scared to make the big moves here. Russell Reyes has already lost so much. He's looking to gain it back, and around the outside he will go. And coming out of Club Corner, fantastic move. Horsano though looking to get the up and under, heading through that next right-hander, heading down the straight now. And surely they're going to bum wheels again. They're going to make contact once more, heading in towards Abbey. Russell Reyes fighting so hard to take these places back, gets past Horsano, but at what cost, Nina? In they go. Moreno going ultra defensive up the inside, and not scared to go for the move is Chris Sang. If he can pin it to the outside, he'll have the inside coming out of Club. Could not quite do it. Moreno defending really strong.
Yeah, really good defending there from Moreno. Now the race has settled down a bit. Time ticks on.
Second mark. It's 2.4. There's Russell Reyes, who is looking to pull out one of the biggest final laps of his season so far, and it is instead going to try and use the inside line on Abel Shear. Had a better exit than Shear, coming through the final corner and then crossing the start-finish line, and through Copse Corner he will go. Russell Reyes turning on the style here in this late stage, and needs to here. Last lap of asking, and he has a Chris Sang flying in towards Abbey. Once again, on this final lap, he needs to try and unseat Luis Moreno now if he wants those 12 points. Obviously, it would be far better than the 10 that he would get should he finish like this. He's going to try and go for that wider line. Very defensive from Luis Moreno. Entry out of the loop could prove to be the opportunity that he's looking for, and then the run down towards the Wellington Straight to take him through towards Brooklands could provide the final answer as they do go nose to tail once again. He knows the time is ticking. It is now 0 as he now flies in towards Brooklands this time. Outside line here, they nearly meet. Coming out on track, needs to hold out, pin the outside here in the 296. He's going to look for the slender inside, can't quite do it. Rashmat goes back to back and takes 2 race wins here in round 2. A perfect win percentage at this round, and that makes it 5 podiums so far. in the congratulations to him, and look what it's done. It's put him to the top of the standings, just ahead of Russell Reyes by 3 points, and now the 2-point gap is between Davlish Singh and Russell Reyes. And bear in mind, Davlish Singh starting on the front row again, and remember, Russell Reyes will be starting from 9th place. Moreno Pratama, I would say out of contention heading into the grand final on the 5th of December when we go to the Ferrari World Yas Island, Abu Dhabi. And then Louis Moreno down in 5th, 42 points, 2 points clear of Chris Sang, with Williamson Johto in 7th place on 28, Jeremias Marco Hosono on 19 points as well in 8th spot. An exciting prospect for all those up at the top end. 3 drivers that are going to be looking to squabble. Just look at it, 5 points between 1st and 3rd. It's all between Rashmat Reyes and Singh. And unfortunately, the driver we thought would be in the prime position coming into this round, Nina. 3 wins in his first 3 races. He could be on the cusp of bottling a championship position heading in towards the final race. It's all going to be decided here in race 3 at Silverstone. Racing in the wings and looking to obviously bring his absolute best in the final race of asking. It's a yellow 296 on the left as we're looking at it. A blue one on the right. Who is going to hail here at Silverstone? Will it be a triple dream for Fadili Rashmat to end the day as he now takes the green flag? It's pedal to the metal, and it's go, 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 go. Great start for Rashmat again. Much like the prior 2 occasions here at Silverstone, he leads the way. It's Davlish Singh down in 2nd place with Pratama in 3rd. He's being chased down by Luis Moreno, Chris Sang as well involved in this. Quentin Young under threat with Reed then down in 7th place. Russell Reyes working hard to try and break into that top 8 and try and muster as many points he needs to beat Davlish Singh here today.
Because he's already made a little bit of a mistake that didn't cost him too much that time, but you don't want to make a really, really big mistake and end up at the back of the grid.
Yeah, look at this, very defensive here, this time from Moreno, and it's allowed Chris Sang to get more of his car up the outside, takes all of the curb, around they will go again, a little bit of contact still as they head out of the left field section through towards Woodcote. Chris Sang perseveres and moves up into 4th place. Fantastic effort, needs to try and hold on though, because surely Luis Moreno isn't going to go down without a fight.
Beautiful racing. Moreno had to just lift there, otherwise they would have come together. Really good racing from both drivers. I think Chris Sang will breathe a sigh of relief now. He's ahead of him, but now he just has to defend.
Certainly does. They're going to go side by side now, Russell Reyes and Pierre Reed, and that was easy as far as Reyes is concerned. Lovely move coming through a very tricky section of Maggots and Beckett's. He's 2 seconds between Young and Moreno at this stage. Pratama's just taken the fastest lap.
Yeah, Sang and Moreno have definitely dropped off Quentin Young because Quentin Young is defensively driving for his life, trying to keep Russell Reyes behind him. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it for much longer, but let's see if Russell Reyes can get past him. Oh, he's gone wide.
He certainly has. Inside line here for Russell Reyes on the run out of Cops and has now managed to go wheel to wheel here with Quentin Young. How daring can he be? Here at this point, they run side by side, coming in towards Maggots and Beckett's. Reyes, though, dropping out of it, and that allows Quentin Young to hold on to that 6th place. Great respectful racing between the two. Soon, as they now cross the line. But Russell Reyes once again on the tail here, this time of Quentin Young. He's going to have a look up the inside, a switchback straight away. Now that was very erratic there from Russell Reyes, who will now have another look coming out of the loop at Aintree Corner. Let's see if he can keep it pinned to the inside. 3 minutes and 40 remain. He's on the tail here of Quentin Young. Has not left him one iota whatsoever, and is now going to look to try and take the long way round in order to provide leverage coming in towards Luffield as they now come together. Brooklands now erupts with these two now coming together, nose to tail, a little bit of contact between them again. Russell Reyes favouring that wider line, tighter line taken by Quentin Young. Ferrari 296. Quentin Young putting the car in all the right places to try and defend the place, but just look at the leverage that Russell Reyes is able to do. He had his momentum stopped in an instant. As soon as Quentin Young went defensive, they're going to go wheel to wheel again through Club Corner. Inside here from Russell Reyes, but Quentin Young defending again, and it's opened the door for Pierre Reed to try and counteract back. Once again, Reyes on the tail of Young as they now head down the straight. and make their way in towards Abbey Corner. Is he going to have a look on the inside, heading through here at this segment? There's still a heavy braking zone to come as soon as Village here in the midway point on this lap. He looks to the outside again. Is he going to be able to carry the speed, or is he going to use it for pace? Coming out of Village in towards the loop, coming in towards the tighter section up the inside. Russell Reyes, brilliant driving from Russell Reyes, gets through past Quentin Young, and Pierre Reid is trying to follow him through and does so.
Ooh. Quentin Young goes wide for good measure, off the circuit completely. I think Russell Reyes will breathe a sigh of relief, but look at the time, 5.7 seconds behind Moreno now.
They look to battle over the points paying positions, but we ride on board with Fadini Rashmat, who makes it a triple dream here at Silverstone, takes the checkered flag and the championship lead advantage in the regional finals phase in the Asia Pacific region on ACC. He's going to the grand finale at Ferrari World Yas Island, Abu Dhabi. Davlish Singh, once again, Mr. Consistency, 6 consecutive second place finishes, 100% podium record. For the standings as it stands, we'll take you through it. Russell Reyes currently holding on to the championship lead, so obviously this is all provisional, folks. Sit tight, everybody. Fadini Rashmat, second place with 105 points. Davlish Singh in third with 101 points. So this goes to show here, Nina, you know, you could take all this with a pinch of salt. It's all about what goes on behind the scenes in the stewards' room.
Absolutely. The stewards have been very, very busy, George. So I'm excited to see what the final ruling is.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Further down, Moreno Pratama currently 4th. Chris Sang in 5th. Luis Moreno 6th, with Williamson Joto 7th. Jeremias Marco Hassono in 8th place as it stands. But currently, as it stands, Russell Reyes will remain on top off the back of all of this. Obviously, it was a huge fight on his part to try and dig deep, finishing 6th in that last time of asking. So let's sit tight. Quentin Young on 20 points, 14 points for James Pierre Reid. Abel Shia, 9 points. Alexis Clapano, 8 points. Deepak Raj on 1 point. Zonho on 1 point. Aldo Balagulan on 1 point. Marco Wong on 0 points, down in 16th place. So that's your top 16 as we have seen it already, folks. But a huge fight. Obviously, we're still waiting to get clearance or obviously await the standings to go to obviously finalise for this one. But, you know, it's been an immense fight, Nina, regardless of what happens. Credit to the top 3 drivers in the standings. Each of them obviously deserve a spot, should it go their way.
Absolutely. I mean, the final line is they put on a great show. There was drama, there was chaos, there was heartbreak, there was gas, there was everything. This round gave us everything, George. So I'm very excited to head to the grand final now.
Yeah, it's all to play for, folks, but we have witnessed certainly more action. Be sure to stay tuned for further action on the Ferrari HP Esports Series. But from all of us here for the Asia Pacific Region broadcast and ACC, we'll see you next time. Goodbye.